Don't worry, I'm determined. Don't worry.
Yeah, as you see, I bought the album or whatever, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. This album is really not that good to me, at least. It don't even have that feel of 1989. Like that's to me is her best album. Listening to it, you can definitely tell that it's basically everything that's going on now with pop culture music, and she just put her own spin on it. It's really nothing new. Of course, we already know the shot she took at Katy Perry, her two exes, Kanye, Kim. She talks about her new romantic interest or her boyfriend. What's his name? I forget his name, but he's a British actor or whatever. Joe Allen, I think that is his name. But yeah, so listening to it, I kind of listened to it like 5 times to get a feel of it. It's just nothing really new. A couple joints on there that's decent or whatever, and I don't know. I guess I can go through them and basically talk about each one of them. So, of course, the first track, I'm just going to say the numbers. I'm not going to say the title. It starts off with the first track. It's basically about a romantic relationship. Definitely didn't like the video. Thought it was a little weird. Basically, how the media tries to sabotage her, in a sense. Second track is how the world sees her, and she kind of rapping with Future on that joint. That's kind of crazy. It kind of threw me off for a loop, like, whoa, Future's on this shit, and Ed Sheeran. But talking about her feuds, grudges, Katy Perry, Kim, Kanye, from what I took from the record. The third track, it's just basically one big contradiction after another. But she talks about how guys may have played her and narcissists who try to manipulate her, but she basically played them in a sense. It was alright. Track 4 is basically about a very intense relationship, old boyfriends, heartbreak, and toying with guys. And in a sense of her not being a heartbreaker, but them trying to be a heartbreaker. And basically track 5 is obsessing over the relationship, and not wanting it to go bad and wanting it to be good. And that's majority of what you get, the premise of the album, basically throughout the rest of the tracks. Like I said, I don't have the track list here to actually talk about, but it wasn't really nothing that was crazy, Track 9 is definitely about Hiddleston. Track 10, you could say, is about Tom and Calvin Harris. And a couple things in this she talked about with her drinking, which was kind of like, okay, that's kind of new, and her being sexual was kind of different, from, I guess, how people look at her as this squeaky clean image type female. But she definitely talks about going home, stumbling home drunk to her cats or whatever. I was like, okay, wow, and even when I heard her say this, like, she said some shit, and I'm listening to the album My Girlfriend, and she was shocked, like, what? She cusses? Like, it just was hella funny, though, you know what I mean? Oh, the last track on the album, it's basically a message of hope and memories to hold on to, because I guess, in a sense, you hold on to memories, and memories hold on to you, vice versa. I guess that was alright, it's definitely, if you want to say a song on an album that's totally different from everything else, it's the last track. It's totally to the left, in a sense, from when I heard it. Even the record, track 8, where she talked about her new boyfriend and how, he's a very attractive person, it's hard to look away, and she's hoping that he feels the same. It's really nothing new with the album, far as content wise, but I definitely feel like 1989 is my favorite album from her. It just had a different sound because we never heard her do the pop shit like that on a whole body of work. But with this joint right here, it just seemed like she's following a trend, and she sound like Lord a lot, like Lord, a little bit of Halsey in there. So it don't really sound like her, it just sound like she's rehashing everything that most people are out there doing as far as pop music goes. But of course, she did 800,000 first hour. The first week she supposed to do like 2 million. She didn't put the album up for streaming, so that was kind of weird. But yeah, so at the end of the day, Taylor doing her. She been gone a minute. A lot of people overhyped the album and went crazy doing reactions and shit. I just wanted to keep it basic and keep it normal. That, you know, out of a 10, I give it at least a 6.5. You know what I mean? But that's just what I thought about it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about the album. And yeah, man, I'm out of here. 1.